What's good, YouTube? It's your boy KingSupreme. Back in the video, we got NBA legends, funniest Larry Bird stories. Now, if you're new here, welcome to the channel, homies. Just be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share if you want to see more bangers from boy. You feel me? Because the grind never stops. But hey, very excited to get some more Larry Bird videos. I read to another Larry Bird video today. Was one of the most the most heartbreaking Larry Bird story. I just needed to react to something like just to get in a little better mood after watching that video. I'm not gonna say how that video was or whatever, but please go check out that video. It's already posted after y'all check this one out, man. I just needed something to a little uplift me right now, man, because that story right there, that story was, hey, that was sad, man. But again, go check out that reaction after this one. But hey, funniest Larry Bird stories. Y'all know how much I love getting to Larry Bird. If y'all new here, go check out my Larry Bird playlist to get caught up on all my videos from him and my journey with Larry Bird. And yeah, nothing but respect. Y'all know that, nothing but respect, nothing but love to my boy Bird. And yeah, he was funny guy. I feel like he was just mad. He's just one of those people who doesn't try to be funny, but he's just funny. You feel me? Like the stuff he says, the stuff he does. So it's gonna be interesting to see how this video is. Very excited to get to it. Again, let me know what other video y'all want to see next from Larry Bird. I'm gonna keep on getting them out to y'all, and let's get straight into this one.
Hey, what's up, you guys? Great to have you back on the show. I'm Sean David. Thanks for tuning in.
I love this guy.
In today's video, I want to take a look at some NBA legends telling interesting and mostly funny stories about one of my favorite players of all time, Larry Bird. So sit back, buckle up, and let's start the video.
I love this dude's videos, bro.
So the first player who's going to tell the story is Doc Rivers, one of the best coaches in today's NBA, and of course a great player back in the 1980s and the 1990s. One of the most known stories, but still always fun to listen to.
Was Doc Rivers
when you
really
played against somebody?
Really cold?
Do you remember? Well, you had the Bird Night.
I had the Bird Night. Yeah.
Like, how good was Doc Rivers back in the day? Was he like really good?
$5 your way, I rule this day. Nuggets, fries, drink bars just been raised. And Whopper Jr.
That was a tough night, man. The biggest argument that night is, well, you only scored 6 on me.
But nobody was guarding Bird, were they?
Well, we were trying.
You were trying to.
No, but when a guy is literally coming up the court, calling his shots, and Bird talked a lot of trash.
And that's in New Orleans.
That's in New Orleans. In that game, we're on the free throw line, and he literally says, left side across the three.
This is always funny.
And you're listening to him. That's a tough feeling.
But okay, so you guys got Antoine Carr and Cliff Levingston got fined by Fratello, I think, for
and Eddie Johnson for celebrating
Bird.
Yeah, it was the best film session. Every time when I see Mike, we still laugh.
God,
it was the greatest film session ever, because back then you didn't have, you watched the real game and just went, with a video, and Mike rewound the celebration.
Oh, he was
20
all-star.
times. He just kept not the shot, he just kept rewinding it, showing the guys. You remember they're giving each other high five.
And then somebody falls off the bench.
Yeah, that was Eddie Johnson.
Yeah.
Eddie Johnson falls off the bench in laughter. And Antoine Carr and Cliff gives each other high five.
You can't do
and
nothing
our
but
film
laugh.
session is 20 minutes of that. So it was.
It wasn't somebody not playing good defense on Bird. It was you guys celebrating Larry Bird.
Fratello wouldn't let it go. He just kept rewinding.
And the next story is going to be from one of my favorite players, Rod Strickland, one of the most underrated point guards of the late 1980s and, of course, the 1990s, especially playing for the Portland Trail Blazers.
Really?
He didn't play too long against Larry Bird, but still, he got a very interesting story to tell.
I wasn't around long because he was hurt when I was playing that first year or second year. But I just remember one quick thing. We were playing against him, and I think I stole the ball from him. And I just remember him turning around saying, "You little piece of..." And I was like, to me, that was Larry Bird. And I was so happy because I'm like, that Larry Bird told me you're a little piece of... Like, because I idolized Larry Bird.
He's like, Larry Bird called me piece of...
You do a very good job at editing your cell phone now.
And the next story is going to be by Chris Webber. When Chris Webber came to the NBA, Larry Bird was just on his way out. So, of course, they didn't actually play against each other in the NBA, but they had that dream team experience.
Yeah, but you got Jordan who talks, you got Barkley who talks, and then you got Bird who talks. Who talked the most when you played against the dream team?
Why do you think my generation grew up talking so much, guys? They taught us how to do it. We used to watch all those blooper tapes and everything else.
Chris Webber was balling. I didn't realize he was balling like that. For his career, he averaged 21, 10 and 4. Sheesh, I didn't realize Webber was balling like that.
We talked the most. The best was my man Rodney Rogers. Strong, fast, quick, athletic, and Bird just set him up in a corner. Someone drives to the corner, Stockton passed out the Bird, and here you see Rodney Rogers take a full sprint. And I'm talking about, you know how Zion blocked that shot a couple weeks ago?
Yeah.
That's where where Rodney Rogers came from. Except, unlike the young kid that shot the shot, in the middle of him being in the midair, Bird says, "Welcome to the parachute club, rookie." Watches him go by him, shoots the ball, and like Curry does what Bird did, because he shot it and just kept walking down, like shaking his head like these dumb youngsters.
Oh my gosh.
And the next story is going to be from John Stockton.
Hilarious.
A guy who was never known for trash talking or anything like that, but still, of course, he also had a Larry Bird experience,
Stockton?
even though he was just standing next to the event.
Bird never said anything?
Well, he did, but not to me. I remember as a rookie, he came in, he walked by our bench at the Salt Palace and said, "I feel like 43 tonight."
I feel like 43.
And he came out, he scored 43 in the third quarter and checked himself out with a 20-point victory, and
Wow.
I was fairly impressed with that
Yeah.
one.
So he just picks a random number. I feel like 43.
That's
And he says it
Yeah.
to the bench?
Yeah,
That's the
yeah.
first time I heard it in
It
Stockton.
was fairly impressive,
Yeah.
especially when he backed it up.
And the next story that we're going to listen to is from Danny Ainge, the GM of the Boston Celtics. Danny played alongside Larry Bird, so of course he knows some stories.
There was a lesser told story where he made a bet with the trainer of the New York Knicks, and before the game we were out shooting three. Larry and I were shooting threes before the game, and he said, "Hey, I'll bet you $20 you can't bank one in like that in the game." And Larry goes, "You're on." And so the game proceeds, and we're we get ahead by about 20 points. The fourth quarter, our bench comes in the game, and all of a sudden, the Knicks are starting to creep back in the game, but it still feels like we have the game under control. Mm-hmm. And the trainer for the Knicks looks down at me and, says, like, get Larry his attention. He sends him the sign, like, "You owe me $20. You never banked in a three-pointer." And Larry goes, "Crap, I can't believe I forgot that," and so sure enough, the game gets down to 7 points, I think it was, and Casey Jones puts the starters back in the game. And within the first 2 or 3 possessions, Larry gets a shot on the corner and banks in a three-pointer.
Oh my gosh.
At that stage of the game, with the close game,
Like, wow.
I could see it with a 20-point lead, but I got so many of the confident stories like that, but that's just
Insane.
he cared more about that $20 bet than he
Oh,
did.
yeah.
From one teammate to another, Kevin McHale, I think he's the guy who had the most Larry Bird stories on YouTube. That guy had so many fun experiences with Larry Bird, and I just want to show you a couple of them.
I think the story that sums up Larry the best was back then when we flew commercial. We didn't fly private. We played in a Tuesday night game
He's
in
just so
Cleveland.
cool to watch, man.
And of course, we got up for the first flight out. We had a game on Wednesday night in New Jersey. Snowstorm hits Cleveland. We're at the airport at 7 in the morning. Flight's canceled at 7. It's canceled at 8. It's canceled at 9. It's canceled at 10. Canceled at 11. 12. We finally leave about 1:30 or 2 in the afternoon. We fly up to New Jersey. Now the storm has kind of moved into Jersey. And the bus driver says, "Well, I can't get to the hotel into the arena. I can only go to one place." Well, we had a game that night. We go to the arena. So we get to the arena, and we're dragging. And we're sitting on the locker room, and everybody's kind of, we're tired, and and all of a sudden, the coach gives a little bit of a speech of, "Come on, man, guys, we're playing basketball. Let's get ready to go." And Larry stands up, and Larry says a couple other few choice words, and he says, "I don't know about you guys,
Your world
Bro,
is a
don't these
flight away.
videos make you put a
You
smile on
are
your
my
face, hearing all
default.
these different stories, hearing different perspectives of
I didn't
stories,
tell you.
bro?
No. Oh my
These
God,
videos,
did I
man,
tell
for
you?
me, man, this puts a
Insert
smile on my
Amy
face, man.
Schumer.
Just
New season
witnessing
now
just the
streaming.
greatness, the goatness of Larry. Yo.
I'm going to take it out on their rear ends. So I was like, oh, all right, so let's go. So we go on the floor.
Let's go.
Albert King sitting there. Larry walks up to Albert King and goes, don't take this butt whooping personally. I've been eating hot dogs all day. And then Albert King looks at him like, you've been eating hot dogs all day? What's that got to do with me? And we went out and just hammered him. I mean, we terrorized them. And that was Larry. There was no excuses. I mean, he just played. And I tell you, that was just his competitive nature. But a day when you fly all day and eat hot dogs in the airport, best thing was Albert's look on his face like, what hot dogs got to do with me?
You guys used to fly a commercial? Yeah,
Yes, we did.
I never knew that.
That's the
Are you
takeaway from that
serious? Yeah, I never knew that.
I was getting ready to start a game and get up to the jump ball, and Larry said, you know, just out of the blue, he goes, go ahead, Kevin, tell Elvin Hayes what you told me. And I didn't tell him anything. And I said, well, go ahead and tell him. Like, you said you were going to kick his ass. And I'm like, oh, man. And Elvin Hayes is looking at me.
Oh my God.
Well, at that point, it was hard to say, no, I didn't say anything. I said, I guess so. But, you know, Larry just got so started up.
From a former Boston Celtics teammate to the complete opposite, a former Los Angeles Lakers, Byron Scott, a great shooting guard from the 1980s and the 1990s. Of course, he had his experiences with Larry Bird, so let's check it out.
A lot of people don't know this. You probably know this, Dan, but Larry Bird was one of the biggest trash talkers in basketball. And a lot of people say, really? You know, they thought it was Reggie or Charles. Larry Bird talked more trash on the basketball court than anybody I've ever played against. And he told me two things one game. You know, our rotations, double teaming Kevin McHale, always had to rotate to the corner, and Larry Bird was the one shooting. You know, so he shot one, and I mean, I'm trying to block this shot, and he would just tell me, Scott, you're a little too late. You know, a little too late. So we playing him, in the last play, he says to James Worthy, he says, you guys don't have to worry about it. I'm going to go right over there in that corner. He said, they're going to set a screen for me. We're taking the ball out. He said, I'm going to curl right over. And he's telling us to play. He's telling us to play before they even take it out. He said, I'm going to go right over to that corner, and I'm going to catch it, and I'm going to shoot it, and I'm going to tie the game or win the game, whatever the case may be. They take the ball out, and I think it was either Danny or
DJ?
the late, great DJ.
Yeah.
Take the ball out, man curl right to the corner, caught the shot, shot a three, game over. It's like, are you effing kidding me? This is my Larry Bird story.
All right, you guys, that's it for today's video. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Peace. I'm out. Hey, you guys, if you're...
Scott had some great stories, I ain't gonna lie to you, about just legends in general. I like Byron Scott, but that's the video. Hope you all enjoyed it. My bad, I just need to charge my laptop. I think it was almost... The battery was almost gone. But yeah, that's the video. Hope you all enjoyed it. More videos dropping soon. Yo, bro, like Bird, bro. These stories is crazy and it's so funny too, man. You can't do nothing but respect this man, bro. Like such a legend with it, such a great with it. You know what I'm saying? Like he's just a GOAT, bro. Like what else can we say, bro? But that's the video. Hope you all enjoyed it. More videos dropping soon. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for joining. Hey. Let more Larry Bird content coming soon. You already know what time we're on. More Larry Bird content coming soon. Just let me know what videos y'all want to see next, so I can get to all of them. You feel me? But that's it. Hope you all enjoyed it. Like, comment, subscribe, share, all of that. You feel me? But
Hey, Coach.
oh my gosh, why is my laptop tweaking? But yeah, please let me know what top 5 videos I should get to next from Larry Bird. And I'll get to them. But like, comment, subscribe, share if you want to see more videos. Instagram's at the bottom of the screen, also in the description. If you want to hit me up, DM me, message me, do all that shit so I can keep on spamming these videos out for you. I appreciate y'all so much for watching. It's your boy, King Supreme. I'll catch y'all next time, homies.